an unfortunate play, and you know, that's how this game is played. You can do a lot of good things, but you know, we define critical errors as turnovers, fumbles, interceptions, occasionally a sack, and you know, critical errors really end up determining outcomes of games and seasons, and so we're always trying to avoid those while still being aggressive and still being explosive and trying to go make plays. So finding that balance is something we'll always continue to coach and work towards, and so, you know, that was certainly a play that had a big impact on the game.
He stopped though, Kirk, or what transpired on that play right before you threw the pass? Because it looked like he stopped the route.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing, so like I'm not watching the replay or anything, so you guys know better than me.
Did you see him stop? It looked like there was a lineman in front of him.
Again, yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm just playing the play fast, and you know, we'll talk about it internally as to what we got to do.
Do you feel that minus those 2 turnovers, you guys pretty much outplayed them tonight?
You know, I don't know. I go back and watch the film to really be able to say something like that. That's a good football team. I'm never going to stand up here and say we outplayed somebody that we lost to. You know, that's not fair to them. So we did a lot of good things, and there's a lot of reason to be optimistic now at the halfway point. Feel like we have a really good football team, and there's obviously a lot that we'll have to talk about tomorrow morning when we cover the film.
And Kirk, what do you say to Adam after he has that fumble?
What did I say? Yeah. You're the best player on our football team. It happens. Let's have the best second half you ever had. And you know, that's the mindset you have to have anytime stuff happens.
Packers game aside, it feels like there have been a lot of hurry-up situations where the execution hasn't always been there. What do you think accounts for that, or do you even think that perception is correct?
You know, we probably have to sit down with a clicker and watch the film and talk about it in individual situations as to what you're referring to. We certainly want to go as fast as we possibly can. Don't want to waste time. You know, would love to score when we're down. Would love to score as quickly as possible. But I go back to what I said a few comments earlier. We're also going to try to avoid critical errors. And when you're trying to go for the home run or score quickly or not bleed as much clock, you're also going to, you know, open yourself up to sacks and interceptions and fumbles. And so trying to find that balance is something you're always doing as a player.
Do you feel like you took too much time when you get the ball, I think, with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, a 5-minute drive? Do you feel like you took too much time?
So you're saying that you would have liked to have a shorter drive, is what you're saying?
Sure.
Is that what you're asking? The drive was too long?
Yeah, it took too much time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know, we're trying to get down there as best we can. And, you know, I would have loved to score in the first play, but, you know, threw it somewhere else and we just kind of marched.
Hey, Kirk, what do you think overall of the aggressive mentality going forward on 4th down, both your touchdown passes coming on 4th and 1?
Well, I thought it was a great job of having a plan on Tuesday and Wednesday and then sticking to it. You know, Coach Zimmer and Coach Flip said we have to be aggressive. Don't be surprised if we go for it on 4th down this week. And so you know, I love that they stuck to that plan and they believed in it and they had a plan and certainly there were 1 or 2 that we didn't get, but there were a couple others that proved to be the right move.
Does that have to do with playing the Saints and Drew Brees, where you might have to be more aggressive offensively facing them?
We didn't want to get in a game where we were trading field goals for touchdowns or you know, had an opportunity and didn't take advantage. So we do have a lot of respect for them and felt the need to you know, stay on the field, move the football, and then get as many points as we possibly could.
Kirk, your receiving core has been so good all year. Is it odd to have a night where they make a couple of mistakes that they did?
Yeah, I think that's what's, I guess, interesting about it is they have been so good that you take for granted the fact that, you know, they're human and mistakes happen, but great players, and really enjoy playing with them. And you know, we have a good locker room and a good group of guys who stay together and play hard for one another, and that's going to be a big piece of our story here down the stretch the last 8 games.